Which piece of advice is the craziest for someone who is always sick or disabled? A long-time sufferer, I have 15 to 20 headaches a month since 2017. A kind Facebook buddy advised me to place a banana peel on my face to assist my brain absorb potassium. Yes, my 6 medications, physical therapy, and rigorous diet and sleep schedule. My migraines did not improve with Botox injections or other therapies from the PA, my regular doctor, or my neurologist. The reader believed it since it was about banana peels. You understand, dude? Yes, I understand. I said. Thank goodness you told me to take essential oils. You just stopped me from throwing up all the time for 7 years. Even though 12 doctors and 9 specialists couldn't do, people consider what they say. Sometimes I wonder. I was urged to consume oil with sage, oregano, 2 teas, and something more. A family member was informed my cooking will prevent organ failure. Someone suggested I consult her magical doctor, but they couldn't assist me. He also instructed me to cease using my medicines since they were destroying my organs, not my birth abnormalities. I didn't do any of those things, and a substitute made me better. Not perfect, but fine for me. Now that my family is still giving me foolish self-help advice, I feel irritated and cynical when they talk about juice cleanses and toxin removal foot pads. As lupus, I'm light sensitive. People say me vitamin D is simple to get. Spend time in the sun and exercise. Friends say to eat more to cure my appetite-blocking illness. To cure ads, use vitamins instead of Ritalin. Plus autism vitamins. Avoid shots since they can induce autism. I adore my mother. Oh, neurodiversity and how to cure a mental condition most of us receive at birth have always fascinated people. Change nothing, Mom. Wait, please change. You and everyone will benefit. Having kids improves you. Oh my gosh, haha. Drink extra water for bladder issues. Reduce water intake. I like cranberry juice. Have you tried? Acidity makes it stink and worsens matters. Did you hear about Kegels? Definitely my fave. Absolutely not. Kegels have never been mentioned to me despite my years-long condition and various physicians. Thanks, I'm better. People instructed me to apply tea tree oil in my underwear to get rid of my kidney infection from a few weeks ago since I had chronic uterine. Doctor advised me to consume apple cider vinegar. She then agreed to a scan. I required immediate surgery. My wife suffers from chronic fatigue. Having severely reduced abilities for over a year, she struggles to work, communicate, perform housework, and more. One thing regarding CFS. If all your tests are negative, you have it. It's not useful to adjust your diet, rest, or exercise after a long illness. Simple counsel meant to assist is usually the worst she gets. Are you considering going to bed earlier? Or staying up late? Ever tried waking up sooner or later? Diet, frequency, walking, weightlifting, etc. Due to its health risks, it's bad advice. Whoever told her to consume liquid silver or inject bleach is unknown. Giving someone cruel counsel is the worst. It means, I haven't tried to understand your condition, but have you tried not being a helpless idiot and doing this incredibly simple and obvious thing, even if you've told someone with a long-term illness about a study, medical trial, or similar, they'll likely be excited. I know you're unwell, but have you tried health? We won't comfort them. A patient informed me about a vitamin she swore by years ago. I delayed buying it at GNC because the price was too expensive. Because it caused too many unexpected fatalities, the FDA discontinued it after a few days. It appears a bullet missed me. My family friend suggested B vitamins to help me quit using beta blockers. I can't leave bed without beta blockers. That won't improve with B vitamins. Most B vitamin supplements make me nauseous. My doctor told me my aching uterus was in my brain and that my bladder would relax if I told it to. My chronic uterus was caused by nerve loss from a spinal problem that worsened over time and would have prevented me from using my legs, bladder, or intestines without surgery. We all here do yoga, eat gluten-free, and accept Jesus Christ into your heart advice. I may have PCOS and endo. Ignore negative advice since it's all in your brain. No. My ultrasound and blood tests showed varied results. Everyone has had difficulty sleeping, therefore they assume they can detect and cure chronic insomnia. Avoid discussing computer time, warm milk, and AC off. Your answer will be the key. I've tried every imaginable combination of everything. I informed my dad that ending my inconsistent sleep-wake cycle was the first thing that had improved my life and productivity in a long time. He immediately suggested I have a consistent sleep schedule to wake up and go to bed at the same time and be a better person. Rare liver condition that causes transplant wait lists. Take turmeric. Yellow makes you yellow. Keep in mind that liking heals. Go for more games. Sports can't heal endometriosis. The incorrect cells are proliferating. Although estrogen is associated to it, many women of different shapes, sizes, and activity levels have it. Sports aren't the issue or answer. Interestingly, an American lady had the greatest explanation for why certain women get it. I may be carelessly acting with demons, which causes endometriosis. I only needed more walks, the doctor said. After another 4 years, I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia and 3 little cardiac issues that made me fatigued just doing nothing. Beta blockers don't tire me out when I climb stairs. I assumed all you fit people were nasty masochists who enjoyed pain and fatigue. I wanted a non-procedure doctor's appointment. The nurse found celiac illness on my record. She advised me to consult a medical medium who claims to treat major illnesses by communicating with the dead. She suggested he might treat me with my incurable autoimmune condition. This trained nurse gave me a post-it note with his name before checking me in for an MRI. It seemed odd. Yes, many nurses believe in magic. I learned this by working with several nurses and having to keep my mouth shut. Unfortunately, some nurses request injections. My nurse doesn't eat pork for religious reasons. She thought maggots would develop on raw meat if you put wine on it and closed it. None of this works like that. Since I've only ever praised nurses, I have to wonder how they survived the harsh nursing schools that my friends had to pass, and how could they still have strange notions about fundamental diet and medicine? Makes no sense. Nobody told me, but my mom heard it about me. As a child, I had a bad dust and pollen response and asthma. My dad brought me Western drugs in the early 1990s because my nation didn't have decent medical treatment. Inhalers, drugs, ointments, etc. Anything to prevent me from fainting. Coughing and choking plagued me till age 4. There was no gap. I was also given powerful antihistamines to reduce the reactions. Medicines improved my lungs, but not other things. For instance, rashes, sensitive and dry skin. My dad's mother believed it was a hoax. She would undoubtedly oppose immunizations now. However, she assumed my mom was being ridiculous and wanted to make her child feel special. Finally, my mom is sensitive like me, and my coughing drove her nuts. She shouted at me regularly. My grandma said my medications may be worsening my issues. She took me to the doctor and requested an allergy test I'd had numerous times as a child. Why her child continued coughing and developing chest infections puzzled my mom. She brings a piece of paper home and tells my mom she's lying to get rid of all the prescriptions. I have no allergies, according to the office document. Nothing, not even pollen or dust. My granny keeps saying my mom poisons me and is a foolish kid. Mom was in her early 20s. My mom is little yet strong. You wouldn't guess her size. That person stands up and shouts, "You idiot! How can she have an allergic reaction to anything if she's on medicine that stops her from having that reaction?" My prescription eliminated most of the allergen, so my mom just had to clean once a day instead of every 6 hours. I would never respond to a little weakened sample on my arm. My allergies improved with age, but I never required an inhaler. Anxiety causes some of my respiratory issues, and I'll never be a good athlete. I don't need medication now, since it was taken care of as a child. I don't know what would have occurred if my mom had adored and noticed her mother-in-law. Someone told me God will reject me if I remove myself to make me feel better. I'm stunned. I nearly forgot the corner's eternal misery. No more anti-life ideas. Thank you, anonymous mental hospital woman. Leafy vegetables, B vitamins, and pregnancy may heal endometriosis. When my ex-boss heard I was having surgery again, she said I deserve it since I don't take care of myself. Send us your tales for this station. Below is how to submit your tale. For relaxing background music, subscribe to Easy Mode listed below. Continue to exercise and increase your volume. Your health and fitness will improve soon. The reverse is true for me with CFS. I also do yoga, breathe, swim with dolphins, utilize black walnut extract, who knew it was a miraculous treatment, practice mindfulness, become vegan, quit being vegan, and adjust my mood. I proposed all these concepts I utilize elimination diets to uncover items that worsen my MS. After that, I'll be perfect. My kind grandma doesn't comprehend long-term disease and advises me lots of ways to help my fibromyalgia. I'm learning new methods to manage my symptoms slowly. This suggests my problem is curable. I'm improving, Granny. I'm doing much better than a year ago. I tried the drink additive you suggested, but it made my issue worse. I got a rash from wearing the essential oil necklace. You gave me delicious full-grain bread, but I don't sense any different. Her ideas are usually ridiculous. I'll try new things if they make me feel better, but I doubt it. New things can worsen my mood. Much worse. It stings when she visits and says she still hopes for me. Please focus on helping me get well instead of attempting to make me feel like I did previously. I'll never be so young again, Grandma. I've mourned, moved on, and am living. Please concur. Okra for type 1 diabetics. It's a good vegetable, but my favorite way to prepare it isn't healthy. Delicious Indian meal, deep fried. But it's great as a taste without deep frying. I can't steam it well yet, but I will. To take. My parents have advised me to accept it and move on. My mom lied to my doctor and relatives about God healing my hearing. Plus, I have difficulties hearing. Indeed, things have worsened. Also, I'm 16 and have scoliosis and fibromyalgia, which make my life miserable. If you accept Jesus, he will keep you healthy. A Jehovah's Witness arrived on my door while I was recovering from surgery and gave it to you. I believed my brother was picking me up from the supermarket. When I claim I have migraines daily, no one should tell me about theirs. Don't mention your sister-in-law's hairdresser. Just agree that it's bad and wish me no pain today. That's how the narrator handles individuals, informing him they're struggling. Most of us seek sympathy when we're unhappy or upset. When you don't know what to say and are stressed over the appropriate answer, that sucks is safe. They'll likely seek for follow-up advice. I have EDS. I was warned not to overextend and would not hurt. I can't stop because I've always walked that way and popped a joint last time. I stopped using medicines because they made me not want to improve. EDS is incurable and has few treatments. So no. Are you constantly advised to use collagen pills? That one drives me crazy. But oral collagen won't affect my body's collagen production. However, thanks for the awful counsel. Quit being strange, guy. I was told I was depressed. Make me consume it to train your immune system to ignore it. Think about it. It can work in certain circumstances, but not mine. If a doctor is observing, my buddy told me to try her pie to quit being sensitive. Perhaps this is too gloomy, but someone urged me to quit behaving like a melancholy prat and get over myself. Those are their words. Go vegan for psoriatic arthritis, gout, IBS, PCOS, and CPTSD. I was most annoyed with CPTSD since it appeared like animal products were worsening it. Cow's milk in my tea was the problem, not my past misfortunes. I have many chronic ailments and am vegan. I'd be healthy if veganism worked. I loathe it when people link veganism to long-term illness. I was advised to consume meat and milk. Maybe. People should realize that specialized diets can't treat all ailments. For more food. If overcoming anorexia was easy, I would have done it already. I wanted to exercise and perform press-ups despite a doctor saying I was 3 days from death. I did 20 in the hospital washroom. I'm honest about having them because many misunderstand it, and typically involves desiring to seem slim. It happens, but it has several drawbacks. Interesting fact, and has the highest mental illness death rate I know of. My doctor prescribed depression vitamins, which he marketed. I left him. Positive thinking and prayer will help me heal. Additionally, my medicines, my sole means of mobility, are preventing me from improving. Relax, breathe, take an Advil, nap, work out. Fatigue, fibromyalgia, EBS, endometriosis. I couldn't be less anxious, obsessed with breathing, taking Advil and naps, or unable to exercise. Okay, I realize they are little components of my self-care, yet every doctor says they help me. To distract myself, I pick at my toes and nails. My toes and feet are awful because I didn't tackle childhood trauma. Nails are scarce on my toes. No nice nails. My doctor recommended luxury foot cream and a foot bath. He also advised me to apply the lotion to my feet twice daily after bathing. I have depression, anxiety, and PTSD. Some advised me to exercise. It makes me feel worse, yet I do it anyhow. Do you know keto? No, I have odd reactive, hypoglycemia. Without a specific quantity of complex carbohydrates, I faint out before ketosis 9 times out of 10. I've tried it, Karen. Someone informed me that my melancholy was God's punishment for quitting the Catholic Church and would go away if I returned. I didn't think it was related to my PTSD from being bullied or my family's mental illness history. Because I dared to think I could have intellectual talks about diverse faiths, my church expelled me. They only wanted you to trust them and accept their words. It appears I wasn't welcome because I had several inquiries. I got the worst sunshine for melancholy. Stop taking my rheumatoid arthritis poisons and transition to a vegan gluten-free diet, which I term Clean the Clean diet will help me heal faster. Changing your diet can reduce inflammation. I won't worry about my immune system thinking my joints are unwell. This is a frequent reaction when people learn I have rot in my early 20s. Many folks we encounter have had unpleasant experiences with the plant-based population. I see. I promised not all would be so bad. It's good if done well. People, consult your physicians first. Not everything will change magically. I have EDs and have been instructed to perform yoga, which is bad for it, to exercise. I don't move things that way. To stop thinking about it to relieve suffering. 2. Take collagen supplements. Stopping all my medications because they're making me ill and taking off my braces because they're a crutch won't affect my body's collagen production, which hurts my bones. They prevent me from subluxing all day. My mom said God would heal my long-term illness if I allowed him. Mother, that was unjust. Your diabetes isn't your fault. My sleep is poor. Rest. After my brain injury, I was diagnosed with MDD, GAD, frequent headaches, tiredness, and dysautonomia or POTS. I was told some crap by physicians along the procedure. Interviewers can tell you're sad, therefore you haven't found work. Get more exercise, no one wants to work with an unhappy person. Everything is in your brain. Let it go and see what happens. Why care if it doesn't interfere with your work? A neurosurgeon said my mental health caused the tingling and fainting. The doctor responded, "There's nothing I can do for you." The therapist disagreed. Do yoga for discomfort. I was instructed to exercise. I was confined. It's not a miraculous drug to smoke green cannabis. Oh, where to start? My sister-in-law says ionic foot detox baths, biohacking full body vibration plates, diffused essential oils, NAID treatment, repolarized water, black cumin seed oil, charcoal tablets, spoonfuls of coconut oil, pre-methylated vitamins, and more may heal any ailments. I'll add more if I recall. Depression coloring book, if that qualifies. When I was struggling in college, I attended a therapist. Stress, worry, and depression at school and job weren't pleasant. I departed with coloring supplies. No stress reduction or breathing techniques for when I'm depressed, just a coloring book and some random notes. I can't work, go to class, perform chores, eat, sleep, and shower in one day. You want me to paint for an hour because it reduces stress, right? She should have been fired. The college employed her. Someone I know went to her. She was much more upset when she returned to work from her holiday. My desire to become a therapist stems from that horrible one.